this here. Let me get this out of the way here. Okay, let me back out of that first. I'm going to put a little disclaimer on this video. This is very disturbing and going to be hard to watch. So, for those of you with a faint heart, you might not want to watch this, okay? So, here we are at December 8th, 2022. And how ironic, I was just doing videos about Nibiru and people asking, well, that was 5 years ago. When's it coming back? Well, it came back today. How about that? There's your answer. Nibiru is back today. And I'm going to start this. And I want you guys to watch, especially the red side over here. Watch as this object emerges. And look how much plasma it takes with it. I'm just going to leave that run for a second. I want you guys to watch that nice and closely. Then I'm going to go in, zoom in on it. This camera doesn't pick up the red side very well, but I'm bound and determined for you guys to see what's going on here. Something else I want to point out. These white streaks always tend to point at an inbound object. Watch as this white streak, when it starts over, look how it gets more and more intense. Then as this object passes through it, it takes the whole thing away. It just took a whole chunk of the sun away with it, okay? I can't tell you how important it is to share this video. I just had a breakthrough the other night with 7,000 views. That was a miracle for me. I am so grateful. Of all the videos we need to share and get out, it is this one. I cannot stress the importance of what this event is going right here. Boom. There it is. Okay, and we're going to go frame by frame through this, okay? And it's not easy to see until the end, but I want you to watch as it passes through that plasma. It's visible in the very last closing frames. So is this replays here? Boom. All right. Let's back it up to right about here. Okay, where's my magnifier? Yes, again, I want to stress, please share this video. We need to get as many views as we can on this one. I'm not really in it for subs and likes and stuff. I need people to understand what is going on. Look at all this plasma it just took with it. And as we go forward through this, I want you to watch how bright that plasma stays all the way out of the screen. That plasma is probably still glowing at this moment. See? It just totally left the screen of the viewer, and it was nice and bright white. Okay, I've been telling you, these objects take plasma with them. So as it's moving out, here it is. You can see it emerging from this plasma, this round black object. Okay. Now you can see the plasma curving around the bottom of it right here. It, just like in the last image, it's painting and silhouetting the outside of it. You can even see flames streaking back like this. And since this camera doesn't do it justice, I'm going to put a link to this instrument in the description of this video. And I want all you guys to come over here and watch this crystal clear, because this camera is not doing it justice. Okay, now, I'm sorry, I'm pumped because this is so important, okay? You guys see that right there? Yeah, it's coming through better with the camera at this angle. All right, let me back this up a little bit. I gotta capture this for you guys, okay? And somebody in the chat, let me know if you're seeing it nice and clear. I'm going to put it back into motion, and I'm going to slow it down so you guys get to see in slow motion as this thing emerges from the plasma. Watch it emerge from the plasma. Pull it down just a tad bit more. There we go. And see its magnetic field around it and all the plasma that it attracted and took with it. So as this thing brightens and brightens and brightens, you see it come out right here. It's a round, black, dark object, and maybe that's not doing it justice. Maybe I'll speed it up just a tad bit here. Okay, I am been watching the replays, and they've been jumpy, so I don't know how well this is going to come out. That's why I want to put this link in there, and you guys can come over here, and I want you see how I'm using this instrument. You can speed it up, slow it down, then frame by frame next, the previous frame. Okay, so you guys come over here and click through this too, because it's so important that everybody see this and know what's going on. Now, I'm not much of an alarmist and stuff. I try to be really calm about this stuff, but this one really concerns me. This one concerns me, and I'm going to explain why. All right, there's other activity going on. There's another object right on that side too, and something else going in up here causing a CME. Watch this. See this thing come in and cause a CME? There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. But anyways, what I want to point out is our position compared to the sun. We are not right here positioned directly in the middle, even with the sun's equator. We are south of the sun's equator. So what I'm concerned about is stuff that is south of the sun's equator. Our Earth rotates around the sun in this direction. So we are heading this direction. This is going to come right in front and just below the Earth, I think. We're looking at the angle that it's coming here, and I went and checked stereo A, and this is semi-Earth directed. It's just out in front of our path. This thing is going to come in close contact with our orbit. When it crosses a magnetic field line, I have no idea what to expect. But I'm telling everybody right now, the last time this object came through, we had hurricanes, we had earthquakes, volcanoes, and that's exactly what I expect we will see here in the next coming days. Something else that you guys need to know, these CMEs take about 3 days to get to Earth, okay? At the speed this one is traveling, which is a typical CME speed, I expect this thing to pass by Earth, either in front of it, in the south of it, or whatever, but it's going to pass in front of us in about 3 days. Now, this is why I watch this instrument, is for this event, because I captured it 5 years ago, and I know it's going to return and stuff, and that's why I watch this like a hawk. You see me reporting on all the other little stuff. So, how ironic. I just did a report on Nibiru, and I had a bunch of people asking, well, when's it coming back? And I was kind of telling them it doesn't matter when it's coming back. It's the fact that it happened right before the Revelation 12 star alignment. So, now, here's the answer to your question. It is back, all right? And I'm going to show you another little reason that makes me think this isn't just another stellar core, something that makes me think that this is Nibiru, okay? And it was something I had pointed out in a video just the other night. And let's get this paused here. Boom. I want to go out just a little bit more. Yeah, that's the one I want. Now, what I'm going to try to do is just zoom in on this, you guys. So bear with me here. Hopefully this works, because I want you guys to see this. This is extremely important. When I was looking at this, I had to ask God. I had to ask him, dude, is this really Nibiru? And he said, well, look at the tail. So I'm looking at the tail of this, and you can see it has this twisted magnetic field right here. This could possibly be reverse polarity, okay? Dang it, I'm blind on the camera. All right, well, just bear with me here. All right, you guys can at least see this forked little tail right here, right? Almost looks like a snake's tongue that's forked right here. This lower branch is a little bit brighter and a little bit longer than this upper branch right here, okay? So I want you to take a peek at that. Note that real quick, because just the other night I was showing this image in my video. Hold on. I was showing this image of Nibiru right there. Now look at the flames here on the back. See how this one, the lower one, is longer, and this one up here is shorter? That's detail. That's detail for a reason. And you can see flames and stuff on the side, right? When I put this into motion, you're going to see the flame work on the sides, as well as that forked tail with one side being longer than the other, okay? And that's the plasma that's streaking behind the object. And here we are with that forked tail that I was just talking about. When God said, look at the tail, and I recognized that forked tail, I knew he was showing me Nibiru is back. Everybody was asking, when's it coming back? When's it coming back? He was like, oh, you really want it back, huh? You really want this thing to show up again? Well, fine. Here it is. December 8th, today. Today, you guys. We have 3 days until this thing starts interacting with the Earth. Okay? I don't think it's going to collide with the Earth, but this magnetic field is strong. Okay? It is so strong. I want you to look at how much plasma it rips off the sun. It rips all that away. It's gone. See how excited? Look at, boom, all gone. All just torn away. I'm telling you, the magnetic field on that object is super strong. Yes, the red dragon, old writer. That's right. It is the red dragon. Actually, the red dragon is back behind it, and that's another thing that concerns me, and I'm going to point that out right now. So I want you to look away from Nibiru. I know it's hard because there is other activity going on in this event. Okay, just like before, there is other activity going on in this event. Now I want you to look here. You'll see. Let me slow this down here a little bit. Oh, there it went. I just missed it. There is a sun diving comet coming in. Okay, no big deal. I'm a little sun diver. Right there. Did you see it? Okay, let's even come over here and zoom in on this sun diver because I need you guys to witness every little bit of this. All right, this is serious time now. Okay, watch here as this sun diving comet comes in. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Pretty cool. Nothing big, no big deal. Something about this sun diver that bothers me. When they're coming out of this region down here where it originates, they're usually traveling this direction into the sun. Boom. Okay? I want you to note the trajectory as opposed to this. That's going this way. Now, sometimes we have these ones that come out and arc around the sun. This one doesn't have much of an arc. It's going in this direction. It's reacting to, oh, come on, to a bigger gravitational field or anomaly that's over this direction. Okay? As I pan back out of this, I want you to look at this spike now. Now watch the event that comes out here. All right, you see how it made that spike bubble, like almost like a wave, like this? Here, let me speed this up just a bit. All right, the speed will capture it there. Okay, now we're here. Focus on this little stream right here. Okay, you see as the magnetic field of this next object comes through there, it gives it a little wave. Boom, like that. The part that bothers me is when this object right here moves out, this thing is still there pointing, and it actually gets more intense. It's pointing at another object back behind there. It's the same direction this comet is traveling. There is something, I have a feeling, something big. Nemesis was usually following this. I have a feeling we might see a huge eruption off of this side of the sun right here. Maybe not. I'm just saying, usually where this guy is, Nemesis is close by. All right? That's why this is so important, you guys. Oh, God, I can't. Help me. God, I can't do this. Okay. Whew, gather my composure here. Okay, back to where we were. This comet. The trajectory of this comet. God made me look at this comet for some reason. I'm like, what? It's just a sun diver. Yeah, but what direction is it going? It's going this way. It's reacting to something. It might be just a sun diver, and it's going to arc like that. It disappears into the, into the solar wind because it's hot here. So it does disappear, but its trajectory before it disappeared is what concerns me. Okay? So now I'm going to be watching like a hawk, especially now, especially after that event. Oh my God, you guys, I don't like to be alarmist, and I'm not trying to scare you guys. This is a warning. This is a warning. This is not to scare you. This is to warn you. Please share this video. This is so important. This last time I was so amazed at the response I got from the video, and everybody wanted to know when this was coming back. And here it is, just days after I did the report. I'm at a loss for words, you guys, so help me here. So, something else now I wanted to point out, because there is a lot going on in this event. So we're going to go up to this part of the screen now, and I want you to watch this flow, this inward flow coming in here, okay? You'll see a big chunk come in here, and then this reacts to it. Big chunk and blast. The sun is reacting to this object coming in. This blast happens right before this. So, watch carefully. The chunk comes in, blast, then this comes out. That could have been the object coming in, bouncing off the magnetosphere of the sun, because these objects are both have magnetic fields. It's like they eventually repel each other when they get too close. So this thing approaches the sun and gets squirted out. So it could have possibly come in here, caused a little CME coming in, hit the magnetic field, and bounced out this way. I don't know, just a theory, but we have all kinds of strange activity, stuff going in, CMEs reacting to it. Over here to this event, we'll cover this one too. There's not much in it, but we have to cover it because it's part of this event. And sometimes I discover stuff while we're in progress. Let me back out because that is not the angle I want on it. Okay, this is a little bit better. Okay, you can see right here is our event. I'll even pause it on it here. We'll go through it frame by frame. Not much to see because NASA blocked it out. Here's our object right here. You can see its magnetic field around it. We're going to just start going frame by frame. You can see a nice dark center core object right there. Here it is again. They blacked out part of it, but you can make out the round spheroid magnetic field on that. Boom, here it is again. And then they cut it out here. And now it's down here moving out of frame. Okay, so there were multiple objects in this event. Not only did we have Nibiru, but we had another one of these stellar cores. Okay, and it had a magnetic field too. Kind of like I was talking about the other night, how these 7 heads have 7 crowns. So each head has a crown. These heads are the planets, and these magnetic fields are the crowns. So, again, let's go back through this and start this over, and I'm just going to let this play. I need you guys to see this event right here crystal clear. I want you to follow the plasma out and watch this thing right about here emerge from the plasma, and then the big streak of plasma behind it. I'm going to, you know what, that's not going to work. So let's try a darker angle. And let's maybe even slow it down. That was big, yes, that's Nibiru. And boom, okay, something else. Let's pause it at the very end here because it looks like we might capture the effect right about there. Where's the magnifier here? Sorry I have to do it this way, you guys, but we're trying to look at things that are invisible, okay? So this isn't easy. Okay, here's our dark object. Here's plasma going all the way around the bottom of it. Nice round shape. Here's all the plasma gathered up behind it that it's tearing off. Look how bright and intense. This is still glowing like it's the sun. This is more a chunk of sun than a CME. And the sun did not spit out a big old chunk like that. It's not a CME. It's being caused by the magnetic field of this object. Okay? I can't say it enough times and spell it out. I think most of you understand what I'm saying. But here we are. Here's the perfect example of it. Cookie cutter example of it. And I'm going to try leaving it dark like that for a minute because it seems to capture it a little bit better. And look how it just takes all this whole chunk of plasma. It takes it with it. Boom. It's gone now. It's too fast. Yeah. Let's slow it down right there. Hello, everybody in the chat room. Murphy's Law, Old Rider, everybody. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I can't explain it anymore. Anyways, here it is, folks. To answer your question, when's Nibiru coming back? It's coming back today, December 8th, 2022, a date that should live in infamy. Okay? This is Nibiru right here coming back. And I'm concerned about the next 24 hours because this usually has multiple objects with it, usually Nemesis, the big one. Okay, that's what I'm most concerned about is that and this coming right in front of our path, just south. I believe just underneath the southern pole of the planet. So this is going to be a close call, guys, with a crazy ass magnetic field. Now, some of the side effects that I was talking about that we should start to expect to look for, crazy ass weather. Last time when this moved through, nobody saw it because they were all watching Category 5 Hurricane Irma destroy Florida. Okay? There were hurricanes leading up and then apexing with a Category 5 when this event happened last time. So don't be surprised if we see some kind of weird winter hurricane. Another thing that happens, the gravitational pull of this object has a tendency to pull on the Earth's oceans, causing tidal retreats and tidal surges. So you folks that are on the coasts and stuff, keep a sharp eye on the ocean, okay? You might see a tidal retreat where the tide goes out unexpectedly for miles. We've already seen it happen before, and they can't explain it. I can. It's because of these objects, and I'm telling you, expect to see something like that happen, all right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not an alarmist. I'm not trying to do fear porn or anything. This is deadly serious. This is a matter of life and death, you guys. This is no joke. And I pray to God that I am wrong. I will eat my shoe if I am wrong. But this one, I'm seriously concerned about, okay? And that's why it's very important that you guys share this, all right? Please tell me, somebody in the chat room, if this is coming through clear. Let somebody let me know if you guys are if you're seeing what I'm explaining here, because it's so important, and I gotta know. It seems like maybe you guys don't believe me or understand what's going on. So hopefully the images speak for themselves. I just try to explain to you what God has shown me, okay? And he's showing that it's back, okay, you guys? So I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of at a loss, so I'm just going to cut it there. I love you guys. I miss you all. Oh, God bless you all. God have mercy on us all. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to just everybody that made this happen. And I'm just so grateful for everybody here, everybody in the chat. I'm sorry I don't have time tonight to interact with you guys, but I have to bring this vital information to you. And I put everything on the line to bring this to you. So that's it. God bless. Good night.